Well, no one really knows what the C stands for in the word GLC, but when you see this car, you can say that that C stands for classy. Yes, it's a very classy design, very elegant design. This, of course, is the new Mercedes GLC for 2023, and this car takes the likes of the Audi Q5 as well as the BMW X3, and I think this is the best looking car of the lot because it really looks very stylish without really trying too hard. It's a very effortless kind of design, very cool. Now in the front you of course get this huge Mercedes grille, very typical, and of course this huge star here and another star here on the bonnet, and lots of chrome as well around the grille and a little bit of chrome on the bumper area as well. Now these headlamps have been modified, they go into the grill area, so they slot nicely with the grill and it looks very cool. Well, so if you see this car from the side, you will of course notice these big wheels, 19-inch wheels, and of course 235 section tires which give it a very good footprint. The alloy wheel design also looks very stylish and very different from everything else out there, and of course the cool quotient is over here. The Mercedes word is written in the old font or the old logo, the way they used to write it many years ago. Other than that, it's a very simple design, very elegant design. Lots of chrome over here around the glass area, and of course chrome for the roof rails. You also get a very stylish and very elegant looking back end. Overall, I think it's the best looking car in this segment and a very good car in terms of the way it looks. Lots of chrome over here at the lower part of the bumper, and of course some sensors as well for the parking, etc. What do you think of this car and its looks? Do let me know in the comments below. I think it's the best looking car, and since we are showing you the back end, let me show you the boot as well. It's of course a powered tailgate. Well, so here's the boot area once I've opened up the tailgate. As you can see, it's really massive, and of course you can also drop the seats down by pressing these buttons over here. If you press this one, that seat goes down, and of course if you press this one, the one on this side goes up because there's split seats, and of course you can take out this thing over here, which is of course the parcel itself. I won't do it because it'll take too much of an effort, and somebody else also has to shoot this car now. So we'll save some time, jump inside and show you the interior, but very nice, almost completely flat, huge area, just very impressive. If your mother-in-law is coming from the hills and she wants to take this car out, or you have to go and take this car to pick her up, I think you'll give it a strong score of 9 out of 10. Well, I'm sure by now all of you are aware that Woodmore are the online expert when it comes to spare parts. And the best point is that they have the spare parts for all vehicles available in India. So even if your car is out of production now, maybe you have a large generation model, even then they have the spare part available. They have the entire catalog. And the best point is that they have the same spare part from a host of different component makers, which gives you great flexibility in the pricing overall. So check them out today. Check out the app. It's available both for iOS as well as Android devices. And also check out the website for the latest schemes as well as offers. Well, so you might be wondering why I'm sitting in such a weird position and in such an uncomfortable position. The reason for that, of course, is that I want to show you the apps inside this car, the features inside this car. And the first one is position seat automatically. That's something this car has, and all you do is just feed in your height, whatever your height is. My height, for reference, of course, is 5'10". So if I put this over here and then I press this button, you'll see that the seats adjust automatically. The steering will also adjust automatically according to the best driving position for someone who is my height, for reference. So that's something fantastic. Of course, you can also do it on your own by using these controls over here on the doors, and that is something which you will really like about this car. What you'll also like is the ambient lighting, very subtle over here on the door panel, around the AC vents, and of course over here as well. And you can change that also using this touchscreen. It's the best touchscreen in the business in this segment. It's the best one. It's really big, it's easy to use, and of course it has a lot of functions, a lot of features, different driving modes and stuff like that also you can choose. It also has the MBUX app, which means that on your mobile phone you can see where the car is parked, you can see how the air conditioner is it on, is it off, how much fuel efficiency this car is giving, and a host of other stuff. The battery life, the battery warning and stuff like that also comes and pops up on your mobile phone if you download an app. Other than that, what else is good about the car? The seat comfort is genuinely very good, and of course the gauges are completely digital as well, which also look really sharp and very good. And of course the legendary Mercedes quality, you can see it and hear it as well. This click of the AC vents is the most satisfying click I've heard in a very long time. Very good quality over here of the wood, very good quality of the double stitching, and of course the soft materials used all across. Now a big highlight is the Burmester sound system. It really sounds terrific, and if you're a lover of rock concert music, then you'll really enjoy the Burmester sound system over here. And of course plenty of place to keep your odds and ends. Couple of USB chargers over here, couple of USB chargers over here, and of course big place where you can keep those bottles. Even of course are empty because it's a very hot and humid day here in and around Hampi. The only thing which I think Mercedes could improve is the fact that they've given you touch controls over here for the steering wheel, and sometimes by mistake when you maneuvering this car around, you can just hit one of those buttons, or maybe when you're trying to press the horn, you can hit one of those buttons. So maybe the volume can go up or down, or maybe you can just hit that cruise control button by mistake. So that's the only bit of negative in the otherwise very elegant and very posh cabin. And before I forget, you also get a panoramic sunroof, and the way to use this is by sliding your hand over here on the slider type touch panel, and all you need to do is just slide it to open it up, and of course you can choose how much you want to open it and slide it back if you want to close it, and that's something which it does without any effort whatsoever. So overall, I'll give this car's cabin a good score of 9 out of 10. Now let's have in the back seat and see how good that really is. Well, so now I'm in the backseat of the Mercedes GLC, and I have to say it's a good place to be in. You get good amount of knee room. This front seat has been adjusted for my height, which is 5'10" for reference. So good knee room for someone who's about 5'10" at the back as well. Headroom also is more than sufficient. I think even if you're about 6 or 6'1", you should be quite okay in these seats. And of course, you also get these blinds over here, so you get good privacy as well. You can of course take them off, or you can just hook them up, and you get complete privacy and peace of mind. You also get the ambient lighting feature over here, the same Mr. covers at the back as well on the sound system, and of course large turbines where you can house those big bottles. Of course, the best place to keep your cell phones is over here. Just tuck them away, and you also get AC vents, couple of them, and a place to keep your cell phone. But you don't get a climate control zone over here, which the international model gets. So this one doesn't get that. USB Type C, again 2 of them, and a big hump as well in the floor panel. So whoever sitting in the middle will have to really jostle for space in terms of leg room. But of course, a nice armrest is available. No cup holders, but ideally it's a good comfort too. Having 3 is not bad, but it'll just be a little tight if you put 3 occupants over here because of the huge tunnel in the middle. Overall, I'll give it a good score of 8.5 out of 10. Well, so now I'm driving the Mercedes GLC. This particular version, the petrol, you can also choose a diesel, and this petrol makes about 258 bhp of power, which is quite good, and performance also is quite good. What you'll really like about this car is the refinement. It's supremely refined, both in terms of the engine, noise and isolation, and also the suspension, which is quite good, very nice. Yeah, sometimes on those badly passive roads, you can hear that thud noise from the suspension coming out, and sometimes the sharpest of sharp crevices might just attack the suspension, and you might just feel a jolt inside the cabin. But it's really very rare that you will find that kind of a sharp crevice inside which disturbs you. So that's something which is there. On the whole, the suspension really rounds up all those edges, all those badly passive roads, and everything is taken care of very smoothly. What you will also like is the visibility. In case you're someone who's just graduating to a big car, you've been driving a sedan or a smaller car, then you will like the visibility, because you can see the edges of the bonnet. You can of course get big mirrors, and you get that blind spot assist and a host of other safety kit also to keep you and your loved ones safe. 7 airbags as well on this car, which give it quite a good safety record. Apart from that, what you will really like is the 9-speed automatic gearbox. The shifts, if you use them manually, are very good, effortless, and you don't even get to know when the gears are actually shifting. It's really smooth, the transition really smooth, and even in kick down mode, when you press the accelerator pedal hard, the gears just go down without too much fuss. So that's all something which you will really enjoy and appreciate on this car. Now, in terms of the overall driving dynamics, the steering wheel is quite good. It's quite crisp, and the grip level from the tires is also nice. You can of course use a lot of different driving settings here. You can change it from comfort mode, and you can change it into sport mode or even economy mode. And as soon as you engage the sport mode, you can feel the engine becoming a little more aggressive, the gearbox also becoming a little more aggressive, and of course the steering wheel suddenly has a lot more weight in it. So that's something which you will enjoy. Is it still the best driver's car in this segment? Well, no. Its rivals from BMW still are better in terms of sheer engagement and involvement. You just get a different feeling when you drive those cars, especially its main rival, the BMW X3. It definitely has the edge over this car in terms of pure driving pleasure. But yes, it is very close to the Audi Q5, and you can have some fun in this car if you of course engage this mode. But still, the steering wheel feels a little soft even in the sport setting, and that's something which you can't really help, because Mercedes always tunes their cars more for comfort rather than outright sporty handling or agility. So comfort is the priority inside the Mercedes GLC, just like it is on most of the Mercedes cars, especially when you compare with its main rival BMW. What you'll also like, lots of likes in this car. What you'll also like, of course, is the Burmester sound system. And if you're on the highway, all you need to do is just put it in cruise control. And once you do that, just listen up to the stereo. Yes, these buttons over here, these touch panels, sometimes you can hit them if you don't hold the steering wheel properly. So that is something which, I said even earlier that maybe, we just engaged cruise control there by mistake. So what you can do, of course, is really keep your hands up over here and avoid this. But yes, once in a while, you will touch them by mistake and you will engage maybe cruise control or something else over here. That's something that maybe Mercedes should change on this car. Overall, I think that this is quite a good package, quite a strong package. And in the driving bits, I'll give it a good score of 90 out of 100. It's a car which will keep you safe, which will keep you comfortable, and which will definitely keep you in the lap of luxury. Now, let me just stop this car and give you a definitive verdict. Well, so what's my final verdict with the Mercedes GLC? I have to say that it's a very good combination of refinement, luxury, as well as comfort. Is it the best car in terms of driving pleasure? Well, it's slightly behind the BMW X3, but apart from that, it really is a fantastic package. Drives very well, looks very elegant, it's supremely refined and offers you great amount of comfort. The quintessential luxury SUV. If you're in the market for the quintessential luxury SUV, then definitely you should take a look at the GLC, because this really is the top dog in its segment. So bye for now, and thanks so much for watching this video. पैसे देता हूँ, यही रहो. Well, so what's my well, so what's my final what's my final verdict with the Mercedes GLC? I have to say that as a sum of its parts, it really is a fantastic product. It's good to look at, it's great to sit in, it's supremely refined, it's also very good in terms of driving bits. Now, it's not the best driver's car, that's still the BMW X3 in this segment, but apart from that, it really is a very well sorted package. It really is the epitome of luxury SUVs, and it is the top dog in this segment. So bye for now, and thanks so much for watching this video.